Joys untasted, my nights were sour, spent with Schopenhauer. Let's let's forget the past and both agree it's me for you and you for me. It's an awful pity we never met before. Oh, that's a great song, man. So another one that I love is can't remember the words, most of the words to it right now. It's called "Ask Me Again." Ask me again. Ask me again, who's the one I've begun to adore? Ask me again, who's the partner my heart clamors for? Who is the who that has tied? Who is the who has my heart in a bow knot so that I know not just where we met? Who is it makes my friends all find that I've a one-track heart and mind? Oh, ask me again. Let me tell how I felt from the start. One look and then couldn't govern the love in my heart. Who is it that I looked high and low for? Whom will I go for my whole life through? Please ask me again. Let me shout to the world at you. Such brilliance. Oh, my God. Cool. Just our, art and science at the same time.
It really is.
Amazing.
Art and science.
Yeah. And,
not much of it anymore.
Words, no, Jesus. It doesn't exist anymore, that kind of thing.
Are these, have you checked these batteries? Are these good? Want me to turn them off? If you check, I'm fine with one. Oh, okay, cool.
I'm like radar around. You ask me something. Usually
You already did. You're a step ahead of me. So,
I happen to have a pocket full of batteries.
so mine will be on when I walk out? Yes. Okay.
I'm going to do it in.
Good, good. Before you do that, let me know and I'll put these two guys on stage.
Well, I'll come back there.
Okay. Yep. Very good, very good. Very good.
So I'll move my mic away, like I did. I'll just try to keep it away so that
Yeah, you don't point at the monitor.
I'll make sure.
I probably won't turn it off because I don't want it to be off.
Yeah, okay.
That's a bad look.
Well, this is an unusual singing.
Nice voice. Terrible. I know, it's been so weird. I don't know what it's like on Broadway. I mean, again, what are they just closed? It's just crazy. I mean,
People, like maintenance,
right.
In those buildings, the danger of that happening.
I'm sure there is.
Fire and all kinds of shit. You'll like the gold. That too. Yeah, I thought of that, but yeah.
Almost moving in.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. No, not a great diagnosis. You know, Matt? This cancer is, what happened, I think, when it started. Yeah, I think it was. Going around to his back. You know, running around to his back and he's having all this problem. Thought he hurt himself lifting something. And eventually, when they scoped him out and figured out what was really going on. So, being treated now. Yeah. Yeah, he's got a good attitude, though. You know, I don't know if he's still. They're going to keep him in this for a couple of weeks. Yeah, yeah. Well, chance goes. Is that us? Yeah. Hi.
Hey there, how are you?
Hi. Well, it might be after the. Or you can hang out that big left to right. You gonna be groupie, Joey?
Oh yeah, I sure did actually. You know what it was? It was too flat, and then in the screw. So what the guy did, he just drilled around the edges of the screw, and now it fits like a charm. Hasn't gone in 1 cent. I've been dealing with it for 2 years. Well, Tom Sparks is a master. You know, so my bass kept flopping down in on itself. Every finale of every major symphony I've played in the last 2 years on that thing, right into the stage. Which is fine because things are usually loud, but you know, it fell in the middle of the Christmas song at a gig we did before Christmas, and it was just like, you know, so. Yeah, and I'm falling over it. It's running away from it. So depressing. But it's fixed now. Now it's my amp that's the problem. Don't worry, it's always something. I think so.
Is that music in the theater? It's not him playing that.
I always forget whose version that is. Is that red? I don't know. Sounds good. Very nice. So by count, I estimate you have something like 20 people in the house tonight? 51. Oh, got it. I'm really bad at visual spatial. No wonder I can even read music. But can I? You don't know. See, when you're a 5 bass player deep in the Tchaikovsky section, you can play whatever the hell you want.
You've got a long time.
Yep.
Is it Bergen?
It's like plum or something.
Plum.
Who even knows?
That's cool.
I thought it was maroon, but I think it's
We're not
plum.
open yet. I'll come and get you when it's out.
Way to lay down the law. Is it kosher to wear this while playing? You know, because I'm not singing. I got the dual in one right now. Of course, the black is over the better. Yep.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Everything right. Not only are the 51 of you down here hearing this, but there should be almost 50 of you upstairs in the Mac room watching this as well. So even though we can't fit all 260 people in here, we can still at least get 100 people to see a nice live performance. So wonders of the internet. We're very happy about that. As all of you know, it's been a tough road to try to do entertainment here at the Glenridge. We have not done a lot of live stuff. There have been all kinds of problems in the entertainment industry throughout the country. Of course, Broadway has been shut down. Big concert halls like Van Wezel and the Straz Performing Arts Center completely shut down. But things are looking up. Uh, So a couple of months ago, there was a little tiny bit of money there for a group called Save Our Stages. And that was there to help performing arts centers so that they wouldn't have to close. Which is, if we don't save the arts, what are we fighting for? And that's a nice sentiment to think about, at least for us artsy fartsy folks. So we're very happy to have you all here tonight. We have been able to do a couple of live things, but they've only been with local people that we know and trust and have a good feeling about. And the four folks that we have up here tonight telling you about, I've known for many, many years. And while they're local, they are as good as anything you would find in New York, Nashville, or LA, and they've played New York, Atlanta, Asheville, and LA, and points in between. There's a couple. Dave plays drums and sings, and his wife, Michelle, lovely couple. I've known Dave since we were about this big together. We grew up in town, and Michelle has joined him, and they do marvelous music. He's also the leader of the Tommy Dorsey band that travels around, but isn't traveling now. And he's the leader, and she's the vocalist with Isaac Mingus. Isaac, I've also known since he was this big because he went to the same school, Pineview, that my kids went to. And he used to come help. I used to run the Pineview Fair for 10 years, it seems like. And he would come with his dad to come and work there and help out. And he's grown into just an excellent musician. And then there's the leader of the group, Brian. Brian I met about 13 years ago at my very first, once I got this job here at the Glenridge. Thank you, sir. That's the guy that hired me right there, General Crowell. And once I got this job, I went to a convention for people who run performing arts centers called Performing Arts Exchange. This one's in Baltimore. And we got there, and I found a lot of great talent, but I started talking to this guy because I realized that I recognized one of the people in his group who had played local, so I started to. He spends half the year up in Asheville and half the year in Venice. So he's a local as well, Brian. Brian with many groups over the years, and we're just excited to have him here tonight with us to lead this Gershwin program for us. You guys ready? Okay. All right. So without any further ado, I'll get off the stage and I'll get to one of the cameras so we can have a little, it's not just a shot upstairs that's just one shot. We'll move around a little bit and have a little bit of excitement to it. So sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy Gershwin with a twist. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ben, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, everybody. All right, it's so wonderful to be here. We're delighted to be able to perform for an audience. We're going to have 50 rowdy people tonight, right? Really happy. Let's get the mic not cutting out. How's it look? What are we doing? It's green, but it's not working. Oh. Duck. Everybody duck. Green light on. The green light is on. All right. Here's another song. What song do we do? Talk a month right now. This is a heck of an opening, I'll tell you. I don't want to sing opera play. No. All right. Whoa. Happy 4th of July. Yep, it's okay. It's working. It's good. Is it going to continue to work, Mr. Alex? No. He has no idea. Well, okay. Well, we'll just we'll do a little blessing. Ave Maria, may we please play the rest of the show. Okay, so as I was saying, welcome, and we're really happy that you're here, and we know that hopefully a vaccine will come through that we all trust and that we all can feel safer again, and we can come back to the good old days of having a nice big audience in this auditorium, right? So we'll hope for that. So tonight we celebrate George Gershwin. You know, George Gershwin, his name conjures up nostalgic memories of the Roaring '20s, the Jazz Age, and Broadway musicals streaming forth from his fertile imagination. It's really true. George Gershwin was a visionary and an innovator. When his fingers touched the keys of his beloved piano, there was no limitations, only the infinite possibilities waiting to be discovered. He loved to experiment with all different kinds of harmonies and complex rhythms, but always nearby was an unforgettable Gershwin melody, Just Wait to Get.
It's wonderful, it's marvelous, you should care for me. It's awful nice, it's paradise, it's what I love to see. You've made my life so glamorous. You can't blame me for feeling amorous. It's wonderful, it's marvelous that you should care for me. How y'all doing, everybody? Keep it safe. I got rhythm, I got music, I got my man. Who could ask for anything more? I got daisies in green pastures, I got music. Who could ask for anything more? Old man Trouble, I don't mind him. You won't find him round my door. I got starlight, I got sweet dreams, I got music. Who could ask for anything more? Who could ask for anything more? I got rhythm, I got music, I got my guy. Who could ask for anything more? I got daisies in green pastures. Well, I got all my trouble. I don't mind him, 'cause you don't find him round my door. I got starlight, I got sweet dreams, I got music. Who could ask for anything more? Who could ask for anything more? Take it away, Brian.
Who could ask anything more? Well, how about a little more boogie woogie? Here we go.
Round my door, round my door, I got starlight, I got sweet dreams, I got music. Who could ask for anything more?
All right, thank you. Well, before we get on with it, we'll just, Ben mentioned all our names, but I think everyone here is such a wonderful friend of mine and a very gifted artist and performer, so we'd like to have you recognize each one of these one by one. On drums, Mr. David Prine, everybody. The bass, switching back and forth between the acoustic and the electric, Isaac Mingus. Yes, Isaac, yeah. And this is our vocalist, Michelle Prine.
Thank you very much. And let's give a big round of applause for our fearless leader, Mr. Brian Girl.
Thank you. All right, thank you. Well, in doing our research for the Gershwins, it's really George Gershwin, the composer, but Ira was the lyricist. And together, when they were working on songs and shows, they would be very playful and imaginative, and they would experiment with their music, try different tempos and all different things. And we were kind of wondering, I Got Rhythm is from a show called Girl Crazy in 1930, starring the likes of Ethel Merman, among other great stars. And we were kind of wondering what might have happened if George and Ira had, been working so hard they decided to take a little journey to, say, Jamaica for a little change of pace. Yeah. Well, I think we might wind up with a little I Got Rhythm with a taste of reggae.
Yeah, man, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Are we ready for some reggae? Here we go. Go to the island. Here we go. I got rhythm. I got music. I got my gal. Could ask for anything more. I got daisies in green pastures. I got my gal. Who could ask for anything more? Let me take it away. Trouble,
Old man, trouble, I don't mind it.
trouble,
Oh, you won't find it
trouble.
round my door.
I got starlight. I got sweet dreams. I got my gal who could ask for anything more. Who could ask for anything? Oh, yeah. One more time, Mom. There we go. I got the rhythm of the reggae beat. You know that? That's right. Thank you very much. We call this show Gershwin with a twist because we discovered that Gershwin wrote his songs, and you'll hear a lot of it here this evening, in such a way as someone with a creative mind can stylistically really change it up a little bit with Gershwin music. I love that about him. But we, I mentioned George and Ira Gershwin were such a team. They breathed musically the same air. And Ira was.
Embrace me, my sweet embraceable you. embrace me, you irreplaceable you. Just one look at you, my heart grew tipsy in me. You and you alone bring out the gypsy in me. I love all the many charms about you. Above all, I want my arms about you. Don't be my sweet, irreplaceable you. I love all the many charms about you. About you. So don't be a naughty baby. Come to mama, come to mama, do. My sweet embraceable you.
All right, Michelle Prine on the vocal.
Thank
Yeah.
you much. We really do these kinds of great songs. And so we're going to kind of, the song, the show is George Gershwin with a twist. So we're going to twist it up a little bit here. We're going to change just some kind of rhythms, and we're going to go back to the Roaring '20s. And there was a musical called The George White Scandals. Anybody remember that musical?
Your parents, maybe, or
Yes.
grandparents.
Well, but they had flappers.
Yeah, they did.
They did. And so I thought I would bring a few items.
Oh, very nice. Oh, we're looking gorgeous.
Thank
Gorgeous
you.
there. Mm-hmm.
All right. And so let's imagine they're on that big stage, all those girls with the flapper outfits, and maybe they'd sing the song just like this.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Somebody loves me. I wonder who. I wonder who he can be. Somebody loves me. I wish I knew who he could be. Worries me. For every boy you pass, maybe you won't be to my loving. Oh, baby, somebody loves me. I wonder who. Maybe. Every boy that passes by, I shout, hey, hey, that's my wrong. Baby, somebody loves me. I wonder who. Maybe it's you. Ba-doo-ba-doo-boo.
There we go. Now, that's how the song was actually originally written in 1924. But there was a style that I kind of love, and I think you might like it too. It started in the mid-'50s and went into the early '60s called doo-wop. You remember doo-wop music with typically it was 3 or 4 black gentlemen dressed very, very nicely with very tight harmonies and very tight movements. And it was really a big, big fad back then. And we thought, this song of Gershwin, Somebody Loves Me, fits the style of doo-wop very, very well. So we're going to take Somebody Loves Me, Back to the Future, circa 1960. 2, 3, 4.
Somebody loves me. I wonder who. I wonder who he can be.
You.
Somebody loves me. I wish I knew who he can be. Worries me. For every boy who passes by, I shout, hey, maybe you were meant to be my loving baby. Somebody loves me. I wonder who. Maybe it's you. I think it's him.
Yay, very nice, very good.
Yes, and 21 years ago yesterday. All right, see you later.
Yeah, thank you. Hand for Michelle, everybody. Yes.
Thank you.
Michelle is, as far as vocalists go, I have worked with a number of vocalists over my career, and none have the versatility and the energy and that kind of special magic between herself and her audience that Michelle has. She's truly a remarkable vocalist. And but I'm gonna take a little turn and tell you a little story. My wife and I were in show business together for almost 30 years together. We started when I was about 14. No, I'm kidding. But we had a long run, and one of our favorite, we did all kind of decades. We did the Roaring 20s, the 30s, 40s, and 50s. And when we did our 30s show, we played different characters, full costume and characters. And so what we did, one of the most challenging things that ever happened that I've ever challenged to do, because I'm a piano player first and kind of a singer second and actor, and kind of third place is dancing. But if you do the 1930s, you have to do Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. So we had Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers routine that we worked together, but we got through it, and we did this wonderful, fun Fred Astaire, and I just grew to love Fred Astaire. Well, as it turns out, so did George Gershwin. Gershwin's last major project was flying out to Hollywood and working on a movie called Shall We Dance with Fred and Ginger. And so he fell in love with Fred's ability to dance and the way his rhythms were and his tap dancing, and vice versa. Fred just loved Gershwin. So George wrote several songs for that movie, of which this next one is one of them. And this is a very unique song because it has a tinge of sadness and happiness both at the same time. It's a story about when you are physically either separated or distanced from a loved one or someone you love. Those memories are still there, and they can't take those memories away from you. George Gershwin, they can't take that away from you. Note, though by tomorrow, as the songwriter wrote, the melody lingers on. They may take you from me, I miss your fond caress. But though they take you away from me, I'll still possess the way you wear your hat, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. No, no, they can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beams, the way you sing off key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, no, they can't take that away from me. We may never, never meet again on that bumpy road to love. Still, I always, always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you've changed my life. No, no, they can't take that away from. No, they take that away from me. We may never, ever, ever meet again on that bumpy road to life. Still, I'll always, always keep the memory of the way you hold your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you've changed my life. No, no, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me. Then he wrote, he had a very short career, as you know. He wrote over 900 songs in that short career. I mean, just unbelievable. The anthology of what he wrote was quite amazing. His big hit, actually, in 1928 was called Lady Be Good. Lady Be Good is the different artists, pop, jazz artists. But when it was featured in 1928, oh, sweet and lovely, lady be good. Oh, lady be good to me. I am so awfully misunderstood. Oh, lady be good to me. 1928, Lady Be Good. But as I mentioned, so many but wonderful, wonderful artists recorded that song, and many times by Mr. Mel Torme, the jazz vocalist, tremendous vocalist, and I'd like to invite David Prine up here. He has a show where he and Michelle, what's the name of the show, David? He has a show where you do some Mel Torme and
To Rosemary and Mel with
to
love.
My pleasure.
feature
Thank
him.
you,
And,
Brian. Yeah, I couldn't get to the microphone fast enough to answer your question, so the mystery voice came from out in the ether someplace. Well, we're going to start this particular version with song with the flavor that Mel, would customarily do this with his trio most of the time. It went like this. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Then the piano would start. A little Count Basie-ish blinking. And he would say, "Oh, sweet, lovely lady, be good. Oh, lady, be good to me. My kind of music is often misunderstood. Oh, lady, lady, be good to me. Won't you take some pity? See, I'm all alone in this big city, Sarasota. Sweet and lovely lady, be good. Oh, lady." Oh, sweet and lovely lady, be good. Oh, lady, be good to me. Lady, oh, lady, 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 lady. Lady, be good to me. Something like that.
How about it for David Prine, everybody?
Thank you, Brian Girl, Isaac Mingus, our stellar rhythm section. Thank
Oh
you.
my goodness, that was great, great. Yes, that's Lady Be Good, a la Mel Torme. But ladies and gentlemen, we were kind of wondering, since Gershwin didn't get to meet some of the great other popular figures in the entertainment and music world, what might have happened if Gershwin had lived a little longer and had lived well into the 50s and had met Elvis Presley. Yeah, he was coming. So Elvis might have taken a great liking to this song, Lady Be Good. And since Elvis was that kind of rhythm and blues type performer, at least in the beginning, he might have come up with a wonderful rendition of that. So we're going to see if we can figure out and kind of imagine in our minds what that might have sounded like. But before I kind of remove the jacket here, so excuse me while I do this, because. All right, thank you. Well, thank you. All right, so I got to get my motor running here. Thank you. Well, it's a little Elvis Presley thing. Well, I actually normally introduce Elvis. I usually introduce Elvis like this. An MC to introduce Elvis. Thank you very much. Tonight, a really big entertainer here. To really here for Elvis Presley. Thank you very much. All right, boys, ready, boys? All right, here we go. Let It Be Good, one of my favorite songs. Here we go. Oh, sweet and lovely, lady be good, lady be good to me. I'm just lonesome, baby, little wood, while lady be good to me. I'm so lonely in this big city. Oh, please have some pity on me. Oh, well, I'm just lonesome, baby, in the wood, while lady be good to me. All right, Elvis, play it on the piano. alone in this big city. Well, bitch, there was only pity, oh, pity on me. Well, I'm just alone, baby, good. One lady be good to me. Yeah, yeah. One lady be good to me. One lady be good to one lady be good to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Help me. I'll tell you, he jumped around like that, but he did it when he was 25. I'm just a little older than 25. To your health. Thank you very much for that. It was a lot of fun. Well, you know, the Gershwins lived on Coney Island. I don't know if you know some of these interesting facts. I love the history behind a lot of these composers and people that we celebrate in our different shows. And so they would take walks on the boardwalk of Coney Island, and little 6-year-old George would be holding his mom's hand, and he'd pull his mom over to the arcade where the sounds of classical music being played by Rubinstein were emanating into the boardwalk, and then he'd get excited and run further up the boardwalk to the cafe where a ragtime piano player was playing this wonderful ragtime music. And each time the little boy stood and celebrate George Gershwin and a unique aspect of his genius, which is rhythmic genius, then a song called Fascinating Rhythm. Come on out here, Michelle.
All right, that's my cue.
Yeah, fascinating rhythm. So
That's
here we
amazing.
go. I got a little rhythm that pitter pats in my brain. So darn persistent, the day isn't distant. That it'll drive me insane.
Comes in the morning without any warning, then hangs around all day. Someday I'll speak up to it. I'll have to speak up to it. I hope it listens when I say.
Fascinating rhythm, you got me on the go. Fascinating rhythm, I'm all a quiver. What a mess you make it, the neighbors want to know why I'm always shaking just like a flivver. Each morning I get up with the sun, start a hopping, never popping, to find at night no work has been done. I know that once it didn't matter, but now you're doing wrong when you start to patter. I'm so unhappy. Won't you take the day off, decide to run along somewhere far away off and make it snappy? Oh, how I long to be the guy I used to be. Fascinating rhythm, but won't you stop picking on me? Here we go. Fascinating rhythm, you got me on the go. Fascinating rhythm, I'm all a quiver. What a mess you're making, the neighbors wanna know why I'm always shaking just like a flivver. Each morning I get up with a the sun. Start a hopping, never popping, to find that night no work has been done. I know that once it didn't matter, but now you're doing wrong when you start to batter. I'm so unhappy. Won't you take the day off, decide to run along somewhere far away off and make it snappy. Oh, how I long to be the gal I used to be. Fascinating rhythm, you got me on the go. Fascinating rhythm, you got me on the go. Fascinating rhythm, won't you stop picking on? Won't you stop picking on me? Thank you. Fascinating rhythm. I love that swing part. It reminds me, we almost sound like Manhattan Transfer.
We almost did a little bit.
Almost, but not quite.
Well, you know.
Oh, we need to do something slow, Michelle.
You want to dance? Oh, we're going to sing a song. Okay. All right. We're going to combine these two.
Yeah, we can do two songs combined. The first song is called "The Man I Love," and it was a song that Gershwin never put into a show. That and Swanee. We're going to put that side by side with "Someone to Watch Over Me." There's a somebody longing to see. I hope that she turns out to be someone who'll watch over me.
Someday he'll come along, the man I love, and he'll be big and strong, the man I love. And when he turns my way, I'll do my best to make him stay.
Although she may not be the girl some men think of as pretty, to my heart she'll carry the key.
He'll look at me and smile, I'll understand, and in a little while he'll take my hand. And though it seems absurd, I know we both won't say a word.
Maybe I will meet her someday.
Maybe Monday.
Maybe not.
Still, I'm sure to meet him someday.
Maybe Tuesday will be my good Tuesday.
We'll build a little home just meant for two, from which I'll never roam. Who would you? And so all else above, I'm waiting for the man I love.
Won't you tell her, please, to put on some speed? Follow my lead. Oh, how I need someone to watch over me. Thank you. Aren't they beautiful Gershwin songs?
So much fun.
Ah, yes.
I love you guys.
Oh, man, we're having fun here. And thanks again to Ben for bringing you live entertainment and making it work safely. And so we really appreciate that. Where all the theaters are trying ways. There's a theater that I'm playing in 2 weeks. 2 weekends three actually in February. Circle Theater. It's in North Fort Myers, where the Shell factory is, and it's a black box with a flat floor, and it's normally theater seating of about 200 capacity, a little over. And he's putting little cabaret tables and chairs on, and limiting it about 50 to 60 people, somewhere in there. And it's wonderful. People are safe. They feel safe, and so we get to do some live entertainment. It's just really, really great for all of us. And so we're happy about that. And you know, George Gershwin had two pinnacle moments in his career. One was a dream that he had years ago as a younger man to write an original American opera. And you know, Porgy and Bess lived in Gershwin's mind and his heart for years. The orchestrations, the music, the costumes, the melodies, all of the different aspects of the show. And finally, in 1935, it came to fruition, and Porgy and Bess opened on Broadway. And it was true to Gershwin's fashion. He broke all the rules. He started the show with the big ballad from the opera, a rule that has never been something that nobody does. They have the big song for end of Act One, usually in Broadway and in opera, somewhere in the middle or near the second act. No, he opened up with one of the most important and well-loved melodies of anything he wrote, and a song that has been recorded. I last did research, and it was recorded by more. This and Yesterday, this song and Yesterday, are the two most recorded songs in popular music history. So it is Summertime.
Summertime, when the living is easy, fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich, and your body's good looking. So hush, little baby, cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings, and you'll take to the sky. But till that morning, there's nothing can harm you. With your mammy and daddy standing by. cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. Well, one of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings and you'll take to the sky. But till that morning, oh, there's nothing can harm you. With your mammy and daddy standing by. Oh,
All right, Isaac. That's Isaac, everybody. All right, David. David Bryan.
summertime, yeah, and the living is easy. Those fish are jumping. Oh, that cotton is high. Oh, your daddy is rich and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. Well, now hush, little baby, don't you cry. Oh, now hush, little baby, don't. Summertime. Why, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
Brian. Oh.
Yes, thank you very, very much. It's kind of fun to get to do different kinds of styles like that, you know. But we're just going to take a quick second, and Brian is actually going to be changing into something a little more comfortable. No, I'm just teasing. He's going to be coming back out. But again, isn't it just, he does such a wonderful job with these arrangements. He puts them together, he writes them. And, you know, sometimes we change things, and it's just so much fun to work with him. And so, ladies and gentlemen, please give him a big round of applause as he comes back in. Here we are, Brian Girl.
Going back a little years. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, Michelle. Well, I had mentioned that Gershwin had two pinnacle moments in his lifespan. One was Porgy and Bess in 1935. The other happened when he was only 24 years old, believe it or not. He was such a brilliant guy. He didn't start secretly at the beginning. He was actually doing it behind his parents' back. And Ira was going to be the piano player. Then somewhere when Gershwin was around 9 or 10 years old, he, you know, they had a piano in the house, and Gershwin sat down and rattled off some ragtime, and everybody was stunned. I mean, where did that come from? Well, of course, Gershwin had this brilliant talent, a gift beyond any. And he also wanted to make jazz music a respectable art form and put it on a stage. So he collaborated with Paul Whiteman Orchestra, and between the arrangements and the full orchestra that Paul Whiteman had, and he wrote and produced and created this work of art called The Rhapsody in Blue. And of course, it's been an American classic ever since. And yeah, I think I'll put the piano lid up just to give us some class. Shall we do that? All right, let's do it. Yeah, we'll have it. Excuse my back here. All right, so there we go. So anyway, so I've put a little tribute together. I'm not going to play the entire version of Rhapsody in Blue, but I put together parts of Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue, and I'm weaving in through that Rhapsody four other melodies. I think we've heard all of them tonight. 4 of his more popular melodies: "The Man I Love," "Fascinating Rhythm," "Someone to Watch Over Me," and "Somebody Loves Me." And so I'm going to weave those melodies in and out of the Rhapsody in Blue. It's kind of a fun thing to do here. So I call this my rendition, my Rhapsody in Gershwin. I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Thank you. A great, great piece of music, and I can't imagine somebody 24 years old composing that. Unbelievable. Well, it's just been a wonderful evening. We've really enjoyed it. Let's get the band back out here, guys, and Michelle. And let's give one more round of applause individually. David Prine on drums, everybody. Thank you, David. Isaac Mingus on the bass. Yeah. And Michelle Prine on vocals, everybody. Thank you.
And Brian Girl, of course.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, yeah, put that down to the... Wow, look at strong. She's strong, let me tell you. Well, you know, George and Ira Gershwin had a wonderful, wonderful run in there together. In fact, they were working on this next song we were about to sing together. They were collaborating when George's A Life song came, and they weren't quite finished. And so what Ira had to do with the loss and the sadness of his brother, he had to finish. Of course, he normally would finish the lyrics anyway, but he had to actually work on some of the music and wrap the song up. And just, you know, the challenge of doing that, thinking about these words and this melody, which has become a beloved melody that we all embrace over the years. As George Gershwin, this will be remembered as George Gershwin goes on and on and on. The more I read the papers, the less I comprehend the world and all its keeps and how it all will end.
Nothing seems to be lasting, but that isn't our affair. We've got something permanent, I mean in the way we care.
It's very clear our love is here to stay.
Together we're going a long, long way.
The radio
And the telephone
and
the movies that we know may just be passing fancies, and in time they go.
But oh, my dear, our love is here to stay.
Together we're going a long, long way. In time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble, they're only made of clay.
But
Our love is here
I got rhythm, I got music, I got my guy who can dance for. I got music who can dance for anything more. Oh, my trouble, I don't mind him 'cause you won't find him round my door. Starlight, I've got sweet dreams. I got music. Who could ask for anything more? Who could ask for anything more? Ask for anything more. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
Great audience. Great audience.
Thank you. God bless you all. Stay safe, stay well, and maybe we'll see you sometime soon. God bless. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Good. Oh, oh, perfect.
Nice job. Huh? Kind of. Well, it might be. I don't know. I find wherever I see something funky, I buy it. Cool. It'll leave it longer than an hour, but yeah. But I didn't leave. That's for sure.
There's not enough of them to like propel each other. There's not enough of them.
Yeah, to hear it, to really feel it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's 12, yeah. Only about a decade.
You're welcome.
Much appreciated. You know what? I never understand it. Like I said, I'm the music director for church, so I deal with everything there.
So many things to go wrong. Too many connections.
Yeah, well, it's 87. That and the organ. I can't look at either of those without getting a little.
Oh, the organ's probably worse.
And the organ, it was just built in 2017, and our reed, or one of our elbows went out. A bunch of parts got stuck in the pipe. So now, I have a wooden shirt. We got her on. I was afraid of noise, but I'm the last music director.
Thank you. Good harmony. Love those harmonies.